from the Virgin Islands, Ms. Plaskett. H.R. 4446 would extend the Virgin Islands Centennial Commission by a period of 1 year. Congress established the Virgin Islands of the United States Centennial Commission to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the transfer of the Virgin Islands from Denmark to the United States. The commission was delayed in convening. As a result, no events have been planned or carried out, and there is no final report available detailing the Commission's recommended activities. This bill extends the life of the Commission by 1 year to give it more time to plan events celebrating this important moment in American history. The bill also delays the deadline for submitting the final report by 1 year. I urge my colleagues to support this bill and reserve the balance of my time.
Gentleman reserves. The gentlewoman from the Virgin Islands is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to speak on my bill, H.R. 446, to extend the Virgin Islands Centennial Commission. I'd like to thank Chairman Gowdy and Ranking Member Cummings, House leadership and staff for their work to bring this bill before the House floor. The Virgin Islands of the United States Centennial Commission Act was signed into law in 2016 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the Virgin Islands of the United States becoming an unincorporated territory of the United States and facilitate discussions and events on its relations with the territory. Since its creation, the Commission has seen the appointments of Senators Lisa Murkowski, Bill Nelson, and Marco Rubio, Representatives Tom MacArthur, Mia Love, and Assistant Secretary for Insular Affairs Douglas Domenech. The Commission expires September 30th, 2018, without the extension of such time. The Commission has been and has been formed to plan, develop, and carry out such activities as the Commission considers fitting and proper to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the Virgin Islands of the United States becoming part of the United States. The Commission also will provide advice and assistance to the federal, state, and local governmental agencies, as well as civic groups to carry out activities to commemorate this milestone in the movement of the Virgin Islands in its relationship with the United States. Passage of this bill would allow the Commission additional time to accomplish its mission to study specific issues related to the Virgin Islands of the United States by extending the final report termination deadlines by a year to January 31st, 2019 and September 30th, 2019, respectively. In June, the Centennial Commission met and selected a chair and interim executive director. We are currently in the process of collaborating with the National African American History Museum on public programs, as well as hearings here and in the Virgin Islands. The Commission is also in the process of engaging stakeholders to become involved in developing the future projects to meet its goal and objectives. Last September, as we all know, the Virgin Islands faced catastrophic damage from two unprecedented back-to-back Category 5 hurricanes. The recovering American citizens residing in the islands would benefit greatly from the continued congressional recognition, as well as the work of the Commission, not only in commemorating our past and talking, but more importantly, talking about our future and our continued relationship with the country. This Commission has received national and international support, and an extended lifespan of the Commission would allow it to better benefit from this support and further examine the often inadequate relationship between the territory and the rest of the United States. I urge my colleagues to support H.R. 4446, and I thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the time. And
Gentlewoman reserve. Gentlewoman yields.
I yield back.
Gentlewoman yields. Gentleman from North Carolina is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, urge adoption of the bill and yield back the balance of my time.
Gentleman yields. The question is, will the House suspend the rules and pass the bill H.R. 4446 as amended? Those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, 2/3 being in the affirmative, the rules are suspended, the bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.